Welcome back to ciLiving. Dave from the Champaign-Urbana Astronomical Society is back. So now we are going to look at all of these telescopes that you brought for us. And let's start with that one because you said that is the very first telescope you ever got.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. This is the very first telescope I ever got, 1974.
Oh, amazing.
So, I won't tell you how old I was.
And Mom's watching right now, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Hi, Dave's mom.
Remember, I had the funnel in our first segment.
Yes.
This uses a lens, so it's almost as your eyes are this big.
Oh, wow.
And that focuses the light down to an eyepiece. One lens does all the collecting, the other lens does all the magnifying. So, and again, you can change out the magnification.
And then is this another lens to go in there? Or
no, this is something that's a much wider field of view, and it's got a crosshair in it, so I can find things easier in the small telescope. You'll see several of our telescopes have got that. Something wider field of view, easier to find things in this, and then you go to the main telescope.
So that's basically like a baby telescope connected to the, larger telescope.
Very much so. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Now the thing about lenses is that you want your funnel bigger. We want more light, and if you start collecting more light, the lenses get really expensive. So then they came up with mirrors, and we can thank Isaac Newton for that. And over here, a little bit more to the right, is a telescope made with mirrors. So this has got way down at the bottom of this is really what amounts to a makeup mirror. It's got a little curve in it, and that means it focuses the light all the way up to about a point right in here. Now, the thing is, you'd have to put your face right here in order to see it, and then you block the light.
Sure.
So
here,
there's another.
Let's tip it down a little bit so that the camera can see.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
So we put another secondary mirror there. You can actually see. You can probably see Tyler in there. There we go.
Yeah, Tyler's getting some close-ups for us.
There you go. And we've got a little mirror right here that shoots the light off to the side. And then this is where we can put our eyepiece in.
Oh, I see.
And then we can actually do some viewing if we want to.
Okay.
So this telescope is a reflector. A guy named John Dobson came up with this design, and it's called a Dobsonian, but it's just a fancy name. And it's basically in a plywood box.
Right.
So it's, you put the telescope, point it wherever you want to, and look, these things are relatively inexpensive. You can get a 6-inch mirror for a couple of $100, $200-300, something like that.
So that could be a good kind of first telescope even.
It could be. We wouldn't have to get anything near this big either.
Right.
Now, if we go over here to your right,
this one's really cool.
Yeah, this one's a little more complicated.
Wow, it makes the lights really bright.
There you go. This is called a Schmidt Cassegrain. Okay. So there's another mirror in the base here and another one here, but it reflects the light back through the end. So it's like having a telescope twice the length, but in a smaller package. So it's called a folded telescope. That's right. And notice the mounting on this one's a little more complicated. It's just not up, down, left, right. This one has a motor built in because we can't stop the Earth from turning, of course, which means that as you're looking at things, they will drift out of the field of view. So you turn on the motor and it'll actually do some tracking.
Oh, neat. So you can kind of like program it to look at what you want it to look at?
Yeah, this one doesn't have the program in it. I know what you're talking about, though. They have telescopes now called go-to telescopes where they tell you all you do is punch in what you want to see and it'll automatically move. And that's true, but there's sometimes some setup with that.
I see.
But go ahead.
And then is this the smaller telescope like you were showing me on the other one as well? So this one also has the big one and then the smaller one.
Right, yeah.
And then if you want to find something specific, how do you do that? Like if I just grab a telescope, right, I'm not necessarily going to know what I should be looking for or where I should be pointing it. Well, so how do I find something?
Back in the day, back when I was younger.
Right.
I learned the sky. You had to just learn where the sky was. Okay. Let me show you the latest thing. And I want to thank Brian Maple. He's one of our Astro Club members. He loaned this to me. So this is not mine. This is called a C-Star.
Okay.
And I can't really get it to work because I don't have the app on my phone.
Gotcha.
But this is the latest and greatest. It's called a smart telescope. You don't look through it.
Oh.
What happens is it points at the sky and it does what's called plate solving. It takes pictures of the sky and then figures out where it's pointing. And then on his phone or on a tablet computer, he'll just punch in what he wants to see. It'll automatically move, it'll automatically track, and he can take pictures, phenomenal pictures of the sky.
That's amazing.
But you don't look through it, you actually look at it on your phone.
Right.
So, but this is, they've got the dwarf and the sea star, and he has these out at our viewing sessions, and it's just amazing to watch it work.
And then there's also apps now too where you can kind of point it at the sky and see what you're looking at, and then you know where to point your telescope.
Stellarium's a good app. Sky Safari's a good app. And if you don't want to carry all this stuff around, good pair of binoculars.
Good pair of binoculars.
It's 2 telescopes mounted side by side. Get some great views of the sky, and you can take them to the football game.
Wonderful. Well, Dave, thank you so much for being here and for sharing all of this with us.